Hi, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, please. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV or every time we bring an update to this Clansman One Don Trial thing. This is probably about number 41 or 42 or something like that because we've been following this thing thoroughly. Our disclaimer before we even start this one is none of this information is ours. All we are doing is taking information that has been provided to the public and released to the public from the courts in Jamaica as the trial is ongoing. We're compiling those information and giving them to our audience. See, we run a platform where a lot of the people are constructive, productive, progressive people. Some of them work 2 jobs and 3 jobs and these things, and they don't have time to go jumping from Star to Loop to Gleaner to this to that to YouTube to Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to get pieces and pieces. So we go all over the place for them. And we take all of the information and we give it to them right here. And that is it. Alright? Again, this is not our information. This is what has been published. And we normally tell you where we get this from so you yourself can go read it for yourself later on. With that said, let's move along. The latest piece is people are saying, watch that judge there now. Because Judge Sykes look like him get paid off. And him look like him well on. That's what the case and him a look for grounds to do it on. Why? Because the latest news is that the case has been adjourned until May 2nd. In normal civilian language, it means they took a break. It means that somebody went on vacation and all these things. People are saying, how could you take a break now? Come on, man. Prosecute, 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 and get to sentencing. That is what we want to see. Right? Nah. I'm going to give you the details right now, right now, as it was published by the Jamaica Gleaner. The headline for that particular article was Klansman Gang Trial Case Adjourned Until May 2nd. So the Klansman One Don Gang Trial has been adjourned until May 2nd for the prosecution to go through information that was received from the island's 2 main telecommunication providers. That would be Digicel and Flow, for those of you who don't know. Now, the lengthy delay is to allow the prosecution to examine the very large document and to determine the witnesses to be called. Remember, I know them did say before. Right now, I believe it's 33 people who are on trial suspected of being members of a criminal organization which they refer to as the Clansman One Don Gang, but they said that many more could be called forward as witnesses as well as could be arrested as members of as more information comes out. So it is an ongoing process. We will see what happens when this thing starts again. The lengthy delay, however, is not for the judge to find excuses to dash out the case like people are saying on social media. It is for the prosecution to examine the very large file of documents of information that was retrieved from the island's 2 main telecommunication providers. The trial was adjourned by Chief Justice Sykes after the prosecution indicated that it had encountered challenges in disclosing the report from the Communication Forensic Cybercrimes Department to the defense. Why did they run into challenges to disclose that to the defense? Me no know. Noting that the report contains 57,000 files. The prosecution indicated that it needed more time to examine the data and to determine witnesses. 57,000 files. I can only imagine the judge saying, so how we reach so far now? And that part wasn't worked out yet. What kind of floozy thing is this? 57,000 files. The prosecution had initially asked for an adjournment last Wednesday after informing the court that it had received the CFCD report, which covers the information that was received from the service providers. At the time, the prosecution had asked for time to go through the evidence and to determine the witnesses to be called. The prosecution had also indicated that it would disclose the document electronically to the defense that day. But today, the judge was told that based on the magnitude, 57,000 files of the information, a new medium had to be used to upload the documents, and that disclosure was completed on Sunday owing to the volume of the information. It did too much, fido, so quickly. The court was also told that the transcription of the remaining secret recordings was also not completed. So all the stuff we've been hearing in court from the 3 cell phones, boy, man, listen up, that brother there, we use the 3 cell phone them and record up everything. Them have to go hide them, you know. I'm thinking the man must have given them like couple paragraphs of information to be used. The man looked like he was recording them everything, like it's a whole lot of information that they have to use against them. Surely a conviction is going to be coming out of this, but is who? Who is going to get convicted and who is going to walk? A former member of the alleged gang, who is one of the prosecutor's main witness because him switched sides, had testified that he had used 3 cell phones to record conversations that he had with the alleged members of the gang. And if you remember before, he said the police them not even did believe him in the beginning until, and is when he took a call from Blackman while Blackman was incarcerated and in the presence of the police, was when they finally said, "Rotted, a true him a tell. Alright then, bring him in upon the team. Have him continue to record them for us, which we will use later on when it's time to prosecute them, which is what they're using now." Now, before the adjournment, the court had heard several of the recordings with conversations which included reputed leader Andre Blackman Bryan, the gang's alleged deputy leader Jason Citypus Brown, and the lone female defendant Stephanie Muma Christie, the same Stephanie Muma Christie who told that retired investigator Citypus' full name and where he was located. Bryan and 32 other gang members or alleged gang members are being tried on an indictment with 25 counts under the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act and Firearms Act. The One Don gang is a breakaway fraction of the Klansman gang, and they are facing all kinds of charges which carry stiff penalties. Everyone so far has maintained their innocence and are in court battling for their freedom as this unfolds before us. Holy Perv says, "I hope the police are busy taking down the main faction of the gang. They're still around, terrorizing law-abiding citizens. Tesha's uncle also runs another faction of the gang. The gang wasn't split into 2. The gang was split into 3 factions. The security minister and police commissioner must know that it is time for straight elimination. Track them down, round them up, and dirt them. No more court business." That's a comment that was left, by the way. And let me just say this. When dealing with the law, it can't be just track them down, round them up, and no more court and just straight dirt. Legal due process under law is afforded and should be afforded constitutionally the right of every citizen, no matter what your crime was. So even though somehow we prefer jungle justice sometimes, the law still stands differently. Yeah? Alright. We will continue to follow this one to see where it goes. But as of now, nothing more is coming out of court until May 2nd. Stay tuned, because we'll be there to pick up right when they start again. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. Hit that subscribe button. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace. All right, listen, so you started a business, right? Whether it's a brick and mortar business or a business online. How is your business doing? Is it doing well? Do you need promotions? You cannot afford to start a business and not do promotions. Promotions is what it's all about. Some people have a big budget. That way they can spend a whole lot of money on these huge platforms. MSNBC, NBC, CNN, all those. Your budget might not be that. Those are $1 million budgets. At the same time, you can still reach a demographic of people that might be interested in your business. And how do you do that? You do that by piggybacking on one of these channels that the core audience of that channel is also the type of people you are trying to reach with your business. It works, okay? Hook up, give me a call, or shoot me an email and let's get your promo going right now. I don't care what business it is, I can send people to you. Now, before we go, let me say this. I am not guaranteeing you a certain amount of subscribers. You are the one that will have to, or I'm not guaranteeing you a certain amount of people that will come. You are the one that has to continue to push your business. Okay, with you promoting your business yourself and me promoting your business for you, there's no way you can't win. So give me a call right now or shoot me an email and let's work this out. I have a promotion special going on right now. Pretty much anybody can afford this, okay? It is more than half of what I normally do things for. Get in on a deal before it's gone. So let this one pass you. Call right now. Email right now. Let's get this moving. Promotions, promotions, promotions. That's what it's all about.